What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over our top 10 budget cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. And, am I ranking them on value? No. So again, some of the cards on this list that are lower might be cheaper. However, I still like them value-wise more than some of the top cards. Now, again, we'll talk about all of those things. And as we do dive into it, please, if you are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. It helps me out more than you guys probably know or realize, but I do want to just thank you guys for all of the recent support. Starting off at number 10, plugging in Ruby Kelly Oubre Jr., 6'7", 7'2" wingspan, 87 3-ball, 87 speed, is solid enough defensively with a solid release. Nothing about this card stands out as being, oh, he's the best shooter in the game, or oh, he's the best defender in the game. But he's 6'7" at the 2, good 3-ball, good speed, solid defense. There's just no real downsides. And again, for the card's value, I really do like Kelly Oubre. You need a card for salary cap, something like that. Oubre can definitely play and compete at a super high level. So, am I, running this card right now? No, not on my nobody spent, not on any account. However, I do like Oubre enough to put him in here at my number 10. At my number 9, we're plugging in Chris Morris here. A card who, when he came out, I've hyped up and I continue to hype up. Let's start with the badges. Total is 17 badges, 2 Hall of Famers, including strong handle, physical finisher. Comes with the default swing base, which, again, a lot of people have that release, but I like it. 84 3-ball, 86 speed, decent enough interior, solid perimeter, good driving dunk. Remember, the card is 6'8" at the 2 as well. Chris Morris is an absolute stud. Chris Morris is an absolute beast. And if you are in need of a budget shooting guard, I definitely recommend Chris Morris about as much as anybody else on this game. I think this card is an absolute stud of a shooting guard for his price. At my number 8, DeMarre Carroll. Very solid small forward here. An 89 speed, 91 3-ball, perfect defense, 3 Hall of Fame defensive badges, which are perfect, good release, normal leaner. For what? 17,000 coins in DeMarre Carroll. It's tough to beat. Again, budget is tough to define. I'm in that, middle range of like that 20,000 price range or lower. I think it should be classified for a budget card. And DeMarre Carroll is a stud. Again, not a card that I've got right now in my No Money Spent Squad series, but if I had DeMarre Carroll, he would 100% probably play for me at that small forward position. Again, 6'8", good size, great defensively, solid enough release, 89 3-ball, gonna knock down shots. Just a stud. A card that's withstood the test of time, Amethyst Deandre Ayton, coming in at my number 7. Now, his prices went up, his prices came down, price has been kind of all over the place. But one thing about Deandre Ayton is this, you know what you're getting. 80 speed, 74 3-ball, a card that's going to compete against any of the other bigs at 7 feet tall. His release, I mean, people have mixed reviews on his release. I honestly don't mind his release. I don't think it's like the best in the game, but for a center, for a big man, I don't mind it whatsoever. And so when I'm looking at DeAndre, and I am looking at a super complete card on this game. Again, 7 feet tall, 7'4" wingspan. There's just no flaws in Mr. DeAndre Ayton. Can shoot the ball, can play great defense. And remember, card is relatively cheap. At my number 6, I'm plugging in Diamond Boris Diaw. I know some people dislike this card because of his release. Now, I get that. I understand it. His release is one that is not great. It's not an ideal release. If you're looking for like the best release in the game, guess what? Boris Diaw does not have that. But what does Boris Diaw have? Basically 90 stats across the board. He's got every badge in the game. And so sure, there might be some downsides to Boris Diaw. Like that Nicholas Batum release, it's not good. But he's got a Pro 2 leaner. He's got nearly every badge in the game. And so when you're looking at the pros versus the cons, guess what? I think the pros for Boris Diaw outweigh the cons. Yes, only 6'8" at the 4. Another downside to the card. But again, is a card that is going to be able to play and compete at an insanely high level. At my number 5 here, we're plugging in Diamond Clifford Robinson. Another power forward, bad release. Horrible release for Clifford Robinson. But at the 4, on this budget list, he's the best defensive player. And so, again, you gotta weigh what you're wanting. Do you want a card that defensively is gonna be a stud, or do you want a card that's gonna give you a little more offense? If you're looking for defense specifically, good luck beating Clifford Robinson, Hall of Fame, immovable, off-ball pest, on-ball menace, paint patroller, post-lockdown, 85 3-ball, good speed, just an absolute beast of a budget card. At my number 4, plugging in sweet Luol Deng, another diamond card, did come out this past week. I got no issues with. Release-wise, it's on the slower side for sure for Luol Deng, but you shouldn't mess with it. Pro leaner is fine. Again, defensively, he's 6'9", gonna play lanes, gonna beat people up. That's the best part about Luol Deng. He is the epitome of a 3-and-D player in my team, and the fact that he's under 20,000 coins, he is an absolute steal for his price. At my number 3, 2 words, Naz Reid. As time goes on, I grow a stronger appreciation for this card because he's cheap. I know he's only 6'9", that's a downside, but he's cheap. He's got a good release. He's got an 89 3-ball, good speed, good defense. You badge the card up. I don't know if there's a better budget big man in the game than Naz Reid, genuinely. And I'm not ranking him on his price. I'm ranking him on how good he is, and I love Naz Reid. Yes, the 46 steal, that is not great, but everything else about Naz Reid is nearly perfect. I love this card. At my number 2, Kwame Brown. And I'm on record for saying I really, truly, at the time I'm recording this, do not know if Kwame Brown is better than Naz Reid. But I'm putting him higher because realistically, Kwame Brown's taller. Realistically, he's better defensively. I like Naz's offense more than Kwame Brown's. He's going to green more consistently. He gives you more as far as an overall card. But I do think Kwame Brown, as far as a complete card, looks the part slightly more than Naz Reid. I mean, again, I like both cards. I have more success with Naz Reid, but if you compare the cards, it's not really a debate. Kwame Brown blows Naz Reid out of the water. So I have to put Kwame Brown in here at number 2. I do think he is the slightly more complete option. However, I'm just telling you guys personally, I've had more success with Naz Reid, and I've had Kwame Brown on my squad. Kwame, great rebounder, Kobe base, 79 3-ball, can green shots, 6'11". Just no real flaws in this card. Again, relatively cheap on the floor. At my number 1, people are going to disagree. I do not care, Jeff Green. If you're looking for a complete card on this game, that's a budget card that you can get for super cheap, I think Jeff Green is your best option. And some people aren't going to like that. Guess what? I don't care. His release, is it the quickest? No, but it's not super slow. You know, it's better than a release, let's say, like, Clifford Robinson. Basic dribble style is not great. Normal leaner, it is what it is. But he's got 91 speed, Hall of Fame on-ball menace, post-lock, Hall of Fame set shot specialist, 88 3-ball, dunking the ball, 95. There's just no flaws really in this Jeff Green card. And so when people, say, oh, well, Jeff Green's release isn't great. I get it. Compared to past years, yes, his release might not be as good, as fast. But Jeff Green is still overall a stud on the floor. You're still going to be hard-pressed to find a guy that is better and more complete than Diamond Jeff Green on this game. That's my final takeaway on Jeff Green. I know some people might like some other cards. Some people might want to hate on Jeff Green. Oh, his release isn't perfect. I get all of it. I do. But I'm just telling you from my personal experience, he is the best budget card I've used in this entire game. That's going to wrap it up for our tier list. Or not tier list, but our top 10. You could include guys like Michael Ray Richardson. But the problem with Michael Ray Richardson is, he is simply put just not that great at this stage of the game. Marcus Smart's just too expensive. Lonzo Ball is too expensive. So that's really my top 10 budget cards in the game. A lot of them are from recent drops because, again, those are some of your cheapest cards in the game. Let me know who your favorite budget card is down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.